Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. Hang on 1 second. He busted up my damn intro. For real? For real?
2 minutes early. Don't give me that shit.
I am right on time as always.
No, you said we're starting at 10. So be here by 10. Know what time it is? 9:58.
How many times have you heard me say I don't give a shit about time?
Oh, no, sir. That is not relevant because I'm early.
Anyway, he's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
And with us tonight is BxBeastBoy Beast. Say hi to the folks.
Hi, guys.
Beast, how the hell are you, man? It's been a long time since we talked online.
I'm doing amazing, man. It's been mad long, facts. But I'm doing great.
Good.
Jack, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm all right.
Other than being late, I mean.
I was early. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't feel that that's correct.
I don't
That's
think you know
hilarious.
what you're talking about. I was asleep and then I woke up and then I got here and then
I told
obviously
you.
I'm on time.
Beast, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? He took an old man nap.
I totally
Definitely
took an
said
old
that.
man nap. I fell asleep with a Pringles can in my hand.
With the Pringles can?
I know, right? I'm lucky I didn't drop it.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, I said to Beast about 15 minutes ago, like, wonder where the hell Jack is. And I'm like, he probably took an old man nap.
Yeah.
Facts.
I really understand the thrill of those now. Like, old people really have it good. They're just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm asleep.
Man, I've been
Tall
saying that
person.
for years.
Tall person, thank you so much. He says, happy Global Cat Day to you as well, sir. Thank you so much.
It's a global
Well,
cat day.
gentlemen, we got some stuff to talk about in the world at large. Not much because I don't really give a shit today, if I'm being honest. We had Donald Trump gagged.
Huh?
Yeah, he's got a gag order placed on him by the judge in the Jack Smith case because he might say mean things about people.
Oh, wow.
And so they slapped a gag order on a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's not allowed to badmouth anyone on the prosecution, the judge, or any potential witnesses. And I guarantee you that Joe Biden's going to be a potential witness.
Oh,
That's
yeah, that would
insane.
be the easiest way to make it so he can't talk about him, right?
Yep.
What? Oh, that's foul.
Yeah, the judge said, what was it? While constitutional speech protections are important, not here. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. But yeah, the judge is, I should pull that on the screen so people can see what we're talking about here. I'm not going
That's
to read it,
insane.
but if the people want to, I like to give the people what they want. Here it is. Judge imposes gag order on Donald Trump in DC trial. Judge Chanya Chitakan, I don't know how you say her fucking name, said Trump's presidential candidacy does not give him carte blanche to vilify public servants who are simply doing their job.
That's insane.
It
Yeah,
absolutely does give you that right. That is a First Amendment right as old as the country, because that's one of the reasons we fought against the British, was so we could have the right to redress grievances with the government.
Yes.
Well, people have been bashing Trump or doing exactly what they're saying that you can't do against Trump for years now. But then now he can't speak his mind, but people could call him all types of stuff. That's crazy.
He has the wrong opinions.
Including the prosecution, who comes out and drops the indictment and like, here, look at all the bad stuff he did. He made some tweets. So the prosecution gets to say whatever the fuck they want to. And he's not allowed to answer back if he's too mean to him. He should be allowed to call this judge a dumb fucking bitch if he wants to.
Absolutely. That's his First Amendment right. I think this lady needs to be disbarred. She has gone way above and beyond on punishing him for civil liberties. Like, it's just ridiculous.
They put a gag order on a presidential candidate, and not like some loser who's living in the middle of nowhere who's like, I'm a presidential an actual presidential candidate who has a good chance of winning. They're like, you can't talk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
That's
convenient. And the
not
gag
foul.
order is going to stay in effect through the entire trial, which is supposed to go until after the election.
I don't know if it'll go after the election, because the start of the trial right now is scheduled for like March, isn't it? March 4th? Because that's another thing that came up in this hearing, is that they're not going to move the trial date back.
It's supposed to start on the day before the Iowa primary thing. So he's not going to be able to go to that.
So it'll be through at least part of the primary season, because typically the primary season ends, I think it's June or July technically. And this is nonsense. Thank you, Alan, who says hello, monkey. Hello, sir. Hope you're well.
And thank you, Alan, who says hello, Jack. Hey, Alan. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. It's very generous of you.
Yeah, silencing a presidential candidate in the middle of a fucking race.
You want to explain what a gag order is? Some people in the audience that aren't Americans might not know.
Gag order means that they're not legally allowed to talk about some things. And in this case, he's not allowed to disparage any of the people that are working on the case. That'd be the judge, the prosecutors, the court reporter. He's not allowed to say anything about the witnesses who may come up in the case, because that could be threatening to him.
Wow.
You know, I love all these people like, Donald Trump said something about me and it was threatening. Yeah, what happened to you? People said mean things on Twitter, and that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
Mean things on Twitter. I'm more concerned about Hillary. I ain't say that.
Shit.
I ain't say that. Wasn't me. She's a nice lady. I ain't say that.
She is a wonderful person who has never done anything wrong.
Word.
No, it is amazing how many of her friends have killed themselves by shooting themselves in the back of the head twice.
Oh, that's crazy. You trying to get me to disappear.
Just throwing that out. No, we're all happy here. Nobody's sad here. Nobody's sad.
Yeah, there's no sad people on this show.
No sad people on this show.
Nope. Oh, none of us are suicidal ever.
I just can't believe this is. I mean, I know it's happening, and there's a part of me. It's like, of course, this is happening, but
this is so fucking un-American, though. This is the type of stuff you see in third world banana republics. Like you see this in Venezuela and Colombia. Colombia's actually cleaned up its act compared to us.
This trial itself should have been put off until after the election.
Or
all of the trials should be put off till after the election.
They weren't going to do that, you know it.
I know. And any other time we would have. It's been done many times. And now they're like, no, we have to investigate it now, because if we don't, he might win the election. I mean, he might get away with something. They're so dirty, man.
Yeah. Nasty as heck.
I just want to repeat, I'm not even a Trump supporter. And I can look at this and go, are you fucking...
Not what Twitter says.
I know. Well, it depends on who you ask. But even I can look at this and go, are you out of your fucking minds?
Right.
Speaking of not being a Trump supporter, Vivek Ramaswamy was on with Steven Crowder today, and I tried to watch it. I couldn't watch it. Steven wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Steven what?
No. Vivek's trying to answer questions and stuff, and Steven keeps going, yeah. And you can tell he's trying to break in, and Ramaswamy's trying to answer questions. And it's so fucking annoying that I couldn't watch it.
I was listening to a podcast the other day. Slight tangent there. And every time the host was talking, this lady that was on the show was going, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, that is so incredibly distracting. Just stop, lady.
Okay, or one or two.
Oh, man, it was just driving me up a wall. It's like, saying that while the host is saying something is just, that's so mind-numbing. Like, even in real conversation, that bugs me, but it's even more irritating on a podcast or an interview. Like, you're trying to listen to what they're saying, and you just got some arrogant jackass going, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's true. I agree.
It would be one thing if it was every once in a while.
Right. 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
But you should just tune in to see real quick. Ministry of Wrongthink. Thank you so much. What's the penalty for breaking the gag order? Contempt of court. He'd be held in contempt
going to jail.
And probably thrown in jail.
Yeah, you're talking like till the judge. It's usually up to like 180 days they can throw you in. It depends on the state.
Bubba says just nod in silence like a normal person. Yeah.
Yeah, you can make an acknowledgement of agreement, but it doesn't have to be every 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was so bad. And Ramaswamy, I mean, he was actually making some good points and stuff, and this was a decent conversation. It wasn't just your normal talking points. He's going in deeper on things, and I'm trying to listen to what the fuck he's saying, and Stephen won't shut the fuck up. Plus, he's got a porn pedo stash going on right now.
Oh, why?
He's got the thing where he's growing out his mustache, but his chin has like a 10 o'clock shadow, not a 9 o'clock or 5 o'clock. It's got the 10 o'clock shadow. And,
okay, I know exactly what you're saying. That's funny.
He looks like he should be in the Blue Oyster Bar in Police Academy.
Yeah, dressed like the biker cop or the biker from YMCA. That band.
Yeah,
Village People.
That's crazy.
YMCA.
Right.
That's crazy.
Fucked up.
All right. So there's our top story for the night. They're gagging Trump because, well, of course they are. Now, the second story makes me happy because fuck Vladimir Zelenskyy. The Jews have told him to stay the fuck home and don't come try to get their money. Israel rejects Zelensky's visit. Time is not right. I feel bad for Vlad, if I'm being honest.
I don't.
Vlad has been running around the world. He's been the belle of the ball, and now he realizes he's the fat chick.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll be back to being panhandler number 1 soon enough, unless World War III kicks off. But, oh my God, he is like a homeless person going door to door in your neighborhood. Like, hey, man, you got any change? I just need to get to the next town over because of my fake daughter has an illness and I need gas money. You mean heroin? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no. Just give me $10, man.
Exactly what they mean.
This fucking piece of shit has been going all over the world, and everybody's getting tired of him. And now there's something else to concentrate on and for people to worry about with what's going on in Israel. And he was going to try to wedge his way in there, and the Jews were like, no. And that's funny to me.
He shut him down?
They did. They're like, no, time's not right for you to come here. Now,
we're in the middle of a war.
Well, it's kind of funny because they had asked for world leaders. Our president is going over there Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or is it tomorrow?
Why?
Because Kamala really wants to be president.
That's crazy.
The Israelis asked world leaders to come over and show solidarity with them. And Zelensky's like, I'll go. And they're like, no, fuck you. Not you. Real leaders. Thank you, Zan Wilder. Zan Wild. Zelensky should hire Hunter Biden. He is good at traveling the world, picking up bags of cash. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So there's my 2 top stories of the night, guys. They're shutting Trump up, and Zelensky got rejected. And again, that's funny to me. I do feel bad for him. He's kind of like, you ever see a chick who's getting attention, and then she suddenly realized she's only getting attention because people want to get close to her hot friend?
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think he's more of a dirty panhandler. He's like the one homeless guy on the corner for the longest time, and then somebody else moves in who happens to be more down on their luck, and they have a dog. And they're like, oh, poor doggy. So I don't feel bad for him, mostly because I don't like homeless people, and he acts like a filthy panhandler.
I don't like him because he's a dirty piece of shit anyway.
And he hangs out with Nazis, like actual Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh damn.
Yeah, who thought that in the modern age, we'd have to talk about the Nazis being there, but he actually has the Azov Battalion, who are literal Nazis.
Who thought it would be a good idea to have the guy who has literal Nazis fighting for him go to Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one on its own is kind of nice job, guys.
Nobody went, Vlad, maybe we shouldn't. We'll just sit this one out.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Travis. I was swearing enough today. Chris Chan's back on YouTube.
I'm not shocked.
But really important note. Thank you, Lion Patriot, for that very generous donation. I'm always hearing about Banana Republics. Are there any asparagus republics? There might be, but those are slightly healthier. Because bananas do produce a lot of sugar, and asparagus will change your pea color. So I guess I would have to say that there are asparagus republics, because I've been to some places that can make your pea look really weird. I'd say any place with a military junta,
huh?
because they don't sanitize.
Where was you at?
Thailand. I was in Thailand once.
I'm gonna have to hear about that one of these days.
No, you probably don't want to, actually.
I'm gonna want to hear. It's gonna be like Hangover Part 5.
No, it was not exciting at all. It was just really hot, and I don't handle heat well, so a little heat stroke will fuck with you.
You had a boring time over there. That's crazy. I don't believe.
Oh, I didn't have a boring time, but I had a time I'm not going to discuss with other people.
Yeah, see that's the story I want to hear.
You can't not have fun in Thailand. Even if something horrible happens, you still had a time we're talking about.
Yeah, but doesn't it usually end up with a penis you weren't expecting?
No, they let you check the goods. I've told you this, Monkey. If somebody approaches you and wants some boom boom or some yum yum, you can figure those out.
You just reach out like Crocodile Dundee?
They are not totally objective to that. But if the ladies will be upset. But you can say, I need to see what's downstairs, and you just point, and they'll lift up and show you the goods.
I don't want to see nothing.
Yeah, but you are going to see dong if you do that.
Yeah, they're going to see Tong Po from kickboxing.
Yeah, right? Like, that's why you don't pick up whores in Thailand. You can go there and actually see the sights. They actually have, like, a lot of really cool, like, temples and historical stuff. So
that would be fire.
Oh man, the temples are awesome down there, even like the obvious tourist trap ones. So if you're gonna go there, go for the temples. Don't go there for the sex, because you're probably gonna get AIDS.
I would never go there for the sex, I don't think.
Yeah, and it's super hot and there's no air conditioning. The one thing I really hated about the Hangover movie that took place in Thailand is the guy got stuck in an ice machine. There's no fucking ice machines in Thailand. There's like 2 in the whole country.
You try to hop in there?
Yeah,
they're going to be stuck.
And they probably don't even work. Like, you're going to get a bag of soda, which is in like a Ziploc baggie, and you're going to walk around with hot soda because it's like 100 degrees out, or it's raining. Those are the 2 seasons they have. Hot, like blindingly hot, or it's raining and still really hot.
Yo, walking around with bag soda is crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. They do that with their milk too. It's fucking bizarre. It's not like the Philippines where they walk their chickens to the store. Like they have, like you know how they have the rail for horses in the West, and out west, the old Western movies. They had the little place where you could tie up your horse with like a trough of water that people are always getting thrown in inevitably in a Western. They do that with chickens in the Philippines. The people walk their chicken to the market, and they'll just tie it off or put a rock on its little leash. It's weird. It's really weird. And you'll see some really hot chick walking her chicken. Be like, okay.
Just full-on pets, no intention on cooking.
Oh, they're going to eat them, but they just walk them around. So I don't know.
Did you play chess while you were in Thailand? We were asked.
Oh, no, I did not.
They
did have a lot of chess bars there, though.
A reference to a song from the 80s. That is absolutely stupid, but ridiculously catchy.
Yeah. One night in Bangkok.
One night in Bangkok. Anyway. And we're told it's a hitching post, Jack.
Yeah, hitching post. Thank you. But yeah, they do that with their chickens. I don't know if it's some sort of cultural thing, but if you have a chicken, it's probably so nobody steals your chicken while you're gone, because Philippines is pretty poor. And honestly, if you're gonna get an Asian wife, you could go with vaginal tightness like the Japanese, or you could go with a chick that's gonna work 3 jobs, and that's a Filipino chick. You'll bring that chick your shirt. Her family will probably come with her, and she'll already have a kid, but she's gonna bust her ass to work. She'll be like, all right, I in America now. I want 2 jobs.
We're going to see you on 90 Day Fiancé one of these days.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. My only requirement is they don't have a mustache. And they're actual women, obviously. But, Filipino
I would wait. I would have gone with actual women before, not having a mustache.
Well, I think that's a given.
When I'm giving my priorities,
you gotta be a woman.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of a given. I think after all the years I've been on the show, is I'm not the gay. So
can't be woke either. I'll walk out.
Oh, they don't have time to be woke. They're poor,
very poor.
There's people in the Philippines that live in cemeteries.
What the hell?
It's really weird.
Wow.
It's kind of there's parts of the Philippines that I didn't really go to that are super dirty, but people will live in like mausoleums, and they'll just push the bones over, and that's where they live because they're that poor.
That is unfortunate. Wow.
Oh my gosh, yes, Oki, an Asian with an Aussie accent. Oh man, that'd probably be a Vietnamese or Filipino, yeah.
Speaking of poor, I made a mistake, Jack.
Uh-oh.
I watched the first 3 episodes of that Robin Hood show.
Why?
Robin Hood show.
Oh, you haven't heard of this?
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
While you're pulling up the trailer again, hang on.
They got a Robin Hood show?
Yeah.
Don't get your hopes up, dude. Because you're thinking Robin Hood, that could be really cool, running around fighting King John. No, it's not.
Nah? Is it a woman?
Yeah,
of course.
Yo, y'all lying.
No, I'm not. We're not.
Oh, it's even worse. Picture the worst thing you can, and it's worse.
Hang on a second. There we go.
Thank you, Uncle Adolf.
I just said the craziest.
We at Happy Valley denounced Zelenskyy. He's too corrupt. Oh, that's sad when Uncle Adolf thinks you're too corrupt. And thank you, Travis Gardner. Chris Chan, Ohio and Oklahoma are trending at the same time. What are y'all planning to do to Oklahoma? I'm worried. No, Ohio and Oklahoma are teaming up against Chris Chan.
They spelled it with a Y?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Chris Chan. Weren't the charges dropped against him?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The charges were dropped?
Yeah.
I'm getting hit with all types of craziness right now.
We are blowing your mind tonight.
Yo, word.
All right, here's the first look trailer for Robin Hood.
We don't do the flashy good on how we live.
Yo, nah.
Look at that high quality.
It's a music video?
No, this is a TV series.
Well, kind of. You see, they are rappers who also rob from the rich and give to the poor.
You're joking.
They give to their neighborhood, not exactly all the poor.
Stop it. No, y'all lying.
They live in tenements at the corner of Sherwood and Forest.
That's so crazy. Is one of the relatives a police officer in any way?
Not so far.
Okay. I'm just throwing out any kind of generic.
Masked robbers who rap about their crimes. It's just sexy.
This is my favorite line. Masked robbers who rap about their crime. It's just so sexy. Yeah, because that's what an upscale white dude's probably saying.
Nah.
Especially when you're one of the people being stole from.
Yeah, that's so sexy. You taking my money.
Okay, I can't watch this again. I will give you the link so you can watch it, bud.
I had a feeling it's gonna get worse.
Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
You might want to do a reaction video to it.
I'm definitely thinking about it for sure because I'm probably gonna spaz out.
Here, let me tell you the best thing that's happened so far. I'm spoiling a little bit, so if you don't want to spoilers, plug your ears. Her mom gets shot in the first episode,
like Batman,
and she's crippled from the waist down. So in the second episode, she's having trouble dealing with this. She's locked herself in her room.
Her mom?
And Robin comes to her and she's like, "Hey, Mom, let's get something to eat." And her mom's like, "Nah, I don't want nothing to eat. It makes me sick." She goes, "Well, let's do something fun. Let's go for a walk." That is a real thing that happens in this show. She asks her newly crippled mom to go for a walk.
Rolling. Come on, wheels, let's go for a walk.
Her mom looked at her and was like, "Bitch, what'd you just say to me?"
That is a real fucking thing that happened.
No, I gotta watch this. This is probably comedy genius. I gotta check this out.
It is funny as hell, but not because it's intended to be funny.
Oh man, that's so great.
The lines that are supposed to hit miss, but the lines that they accidentally do are wonderful. Officer Buck, thank you so much. And the communal condom jar. Yeah, there's a moment in episode 1 where her mom looks at her, and this is even in the trailer, and tells her that she refilled the condom jar for her.
Ew.
Because she's such a nasty hoe that she needs a condom jar.
Like a whole jar.
Whole jar. Now, we never see the jar that I remember, so I don't know how big it is. I don't know if it's like a pickle jar, if it's like a massive mayonnaise jar or something. I don't know.
Oh, it's one of those like econo-sized Costco style jars.
Oh yeah.
I mean that chick gets run through a lot.
Where's the father in this situation?
Oh wait. I was just about to tell you.
Okay.
There's 2 fathers in this show. Neither one of them are there because Robin has a sister and they don't have the same dad. Neither of them are there. And this show is so racist to black people. It really is. It was written by a black man, so don't get mad at me. But Robin's a black girl. Her mom has 2 baby daddies, and she commits crime.
Wow.
Where she steals things.
Where she steals, yes.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's like the Klan wrote a TV show.
Yes. Oh,
it's
a wonderful piece of crap show. I shouldn't have watched it. I don't know if I will watch anymore. They made the bad guy look like Richard Branson. They really did. He kind of looks like Richard Branson.
Yeah, that sounds wild. They'll do anything now, huh?
Well, there's a great point in it where he's talking to the mayor about why he wants to take over the Sherwood apartments, these tenements that these people live in, who, oddly enough, it's really well painted and really well lit. There's nothing broke in any of it. For being a ghetto, it's the nicest ghetto I've ever seen. But he actually says, as he's standing in the penthouse of his massive building, that the land that sits on is the most valuable land in the city. Like, wait, where the ghetto is the most valuable land in the city. All right.
It is until he gentrifies it. Ugh. He's got to get rid of all the love.
It's so dumb.
Yeah,
I told you, it's making Batwoman actually look good, which is pretty impressive.
That's blasphemy.
I know, right? But it's at minimum on par in its awfulness. But I actually think this show is slightly worse.
Are you talking about Batwoman or Black Woman?
Yes.
Yes. Both versions.
Yes. Actually, the Ruby Rose one, by comparison, was slightly better than the catastrophe of writing that became Batwoman. Like,
well, in fairness,
so fucking dumb.
in fairness, the Ruby Rose one got to be thought out a little longer.
Yeah, they tried.
Yeah, so they got to think that one out a little longer, and then she quits, and they're like, "Oh shit, now what are we gonna do?" So they kind of had to readjust things.
That
So
shit is still outlandish. They made it seem like she was better than Batman. In a crossover episode, she was knocking out Superman and what's his name at the same time, right? Did she knock out like two of the major hitters, like and the same Flash and Supergirl at the same time? Get out of here! How? How is this normal human knocking out Supergirl? That's dumb.
Yeah,
it was outlandish. And what's the name? Ruby Rose can't act.
No.
No, I mean she would be a fine B actress. She should get into horror movies and do slasher flicks. Then she'd be right in her kind of home territory.
She's trying to do action.
Yeah, maybe action movies without a lot of dialogue, like Fast and Furious kind of stuff.
She didn't talk in John Wick, and she was still trash. Like she literally didn't say a word. Her character was mute, and it was still garbage.
I'm gonna be a little biased because I kind of wanted to bang her when she was in that movie. I was like, yeah, kind of cute.
Look, I still want to bang her. She's cute. She's just not a good actress.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah,
I've been rewatching the Friday the 13th movies, and the first three are kind of rough.
JB, thank you. Little update was kidney stones, small ones. Oh, glad to hear that. One, it was just kidney stones, and two, that they were small.
Yeah,
never had a kidney stone, but they don't sound fun.
No, they're horrible.
It'll pass if it's small, right? You pass.
Yeah, then you don't need surgery.
No, it's just like a little rock going down your pee hole.
You're gonna be screaming like Kramer. How can you prevent that? Drinking water?
Drink a lot more water, yeah, and cut out like high fructose corn syrup and some of the other stuff that. I mean, there's other things that cause them, depending on what kind of kidney stone you have. I've had several. I've had about 10.
Don't they blame red meat on some of them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But that's fairly uncommon from what I could tell. They blame mine on soda because I used to drink a lot of soda. And I quit entirely for almost 10 years because I don't like peeing rocks out.
Yeah, you just got me off soda just now.
Yeah, sorry. So I switched to the cane sugar stuff because that high fructose corn syrup is terrible for you.
I think juice is my weakness. I might need to stop that.
Yeah.
I don't do soda, but I do juice.
They're a hip hop group called The Hood. Yeah, real quick to go back to Robin Hood real fast. The hip hop group is named The Hood. She actually still has the last name Loxley. You know, like most black people in America or Canada in this case.
Yeah, because you're descended from Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
I don't mind a good spin on an old story. Just put some thought into it for real. Like really actually try.
Yeah.
A good spin. These are people who go around at nighttime trying to steal with their face lit up with these. I guess they're supposed to be like wolves and shit.
Different types of animals. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. One's like a bison, it looks like. One looks like a rabbit. One's a wolf.
Yeah. And they have that shit lit up as they're trying to steal stuff.
Yeah, that's stupid. This is mad dumb.
I want to talk about your video that you just put out. I watched it for the show. The one about McDonald's and Ray Kroc.
Oh man, that story hurt my heart.
Yeah, Ray Kroc was a dickbag.
He was. He absolutely was.
Nasty.
Now,
it shows you, man.
Let's talk about the handshake real quick, because this is the one point I will give him. There's no actual contract, and the handshake doesn't come up until years later. This is where supposedly on a handshake, the McDonald's brothers get 1% of revenue for the rest of their lives. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I believe him on that.
You don't believe them?
No. I don't believe they were dumb enough not to get that in writing.
Didn't he admit to it like later on and say like he had no intentions? I think that when I was doing research on it, because then I went back and watched the movie, The Founder, then started looking into it after that. The movie's fire. But then I think they said that he later on stated that he knew he would never pay them what he agreed to pay them from the beginning.
I have to see that. Darren Root says 1%. Yeah, 1%. That doesn't sound like much, but when you're talking about the McDonald's restaurants, that is a shit ton of money they would have made in their lifetimes. I don't think either of them is still alive. Kroc died, God, decades ago now, right?
I don't remember.
But yeah, Ray Kroc came in and he basically just stole their restaurant from them, stole their whole brand. And I mean, he did pay him, what did he pay him, like $2.7 million?
Yeah. So they both could be millionaires and they could pay you off taxes.
Yeah, which was nice at the time. And they had a nice, comfortable life, but they never got to be ultra wealthy like he did.
That joint wasn't nothing, especially when you was thinking the way he was thinking, like years ahead. He knew that was like a dent in all the money he was about to make. Like, yeah, that little bit. That's all.
That's all. Yeah.
I mean, he obviously had a great plan to make it work with the franchises. I mean, he was a visionary, but what a piece of shit to fuck those two guys over.
It was disgusting. It was like when I was looking into it, business-wise, I can see why he wanted to part ways with them because they were stopping his like capitalist dreams.
Certain they were holding
that
him
McDonald's
back.
is known for. Exactly. Like the milkshakes. That's genius. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't want to use it, especially if it tastes the same. I don't know why they wouldn't want to use it. It's cost efficient. That definitely would have cost them millions if the McDonald's brothers were still running it, saying, nah, no milkshakes. We want to actually put the time in to milk the milkshakes. Nah, that's too long. It's cost too much. Yeah, I don't think McDonald's would have lasted if they kept running it, to be honest.
Probably not.
It would have been like so many other places. I mean, I live in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, and we have franchises up here that are only, 5 or 6 restaurants. And when they're gone, when the owner dies, their families moved on to other things and the restaurant will just die out. That's what McDonald's would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, I don't necessarily blame Ray Kroc for what he did. The capitalist in me is like, they should have signed a better deal.
Right. Why would you agree to this?
Yeah. Why would you agree to a handshake? Let's say the handshake deal is real, just for argument's sake. Why the fuck would you agree to that with a guy you're already getting testy with?
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it'd be like, draw up a contract. I'll have my lawyers look at it and we'll get this done.
I don't see why they couldn't have made an agreement where they could have just removed themselves and been silent partners. So they could have just been raking in that money. Like, okay, you want us out the way? No problem. But we still keep a percentage. And you just do your thing. Go run the business for us.
That would have been the best play, honestly. I would.
I think it's ego.
Second.
I think it's ego from both sides.
Yeah.
That would have been a perfect deal for both of them.
Some people can't see past their own vision and see that other people have good ideas too. So that's why, like, they want to do the milkshakes a specific way. Look, this guy has an idea to make you a lot more money and make you more efficient. That's good for business.
That's literally what they brought him there for. They had previous businesses that failed. They obviously needed help. I wish someone would come up in there like, all right, listen, we about to make you the next thing. This is what we're going to do. We're going to help you with this. I'm going to sit there and listen. Like, all right, well, I got to edit. All right. I got to do this. I'm not going, nah, hell no. This is the McDonald's. No, fam. If your intention wasn't really to run the business and you did want to relax because y'all was having heart attacks and shit, then you should have just let him run the business.
Yeah.
If that was your intention.
Resolute Germ says McDonald's would have died and America would have been better off. Something would have taken its place.
Yeah, there's always something new to make us all fat.
The cat was out of the bag. Somebody would have noticed how they had done it, and we would have still had Burger King. Something would have
went and did Crocs.
Crocs. I don't know if I'd eat at Crocs, man.
Me either.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be like, Taco Bell won without a fight kind of thing.
Blubber King. Look, you shouldn't look. I don't hate fast food the way a lot of people do. People need to eat it in moderation, like that guy who did the movie Supersized. I ate the worst fucking food I could find for 30 days, and look, I got fat. Well, no shit.
Right.
Yeah, well, his wife was a vegan chef too, so of course he got put on a bunch of weight.
Didn't he have a heart attack?
Yeah, you're not supposed. Yeah, didn't he eventually have a heart attack or something like that?
Right.
That's what you get for eating nothing but McDonald's 24/7 for 30 days, you dumbass.
I feel really judged right now.
You shouldn't eat any deep fried food for 30 days. Thank you, JB. Completely unrelated, but what do you guys think of the Alaskan Avenger? Good, bad, or neutral? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is at all.
Is that the dude that was hunting people off the sex offender registry?
Maybe. Seriously, I have no idea. That's not.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you have to let me know what that is. You don't have to. Don't donate again. Just drop it into the chat.
Jason Vokich, the Alaskan Avenger who attacked pedophiles.
Oh, I'm okay with attacking pedophiles as long as you're sure they are.
Yeah, they were on the National Sex Offender Registry. It was June 2016. He attacked them in June 2016 to beat them and rob them. He's known as the Alaskan Avenger for targeting sex offenders by becoming a pedophile hunter.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that to some extent.
Yeah,
I'm against the vigilante stuff. Yeah, like when you're doing that, you're giving excuses for people to defend nasty people.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be defended in any way, shape, or form. So like you should just let the system handle them. Even though I don't trust the system for none. But if they're already in the registry, that means the system did handle it to some degree, right?
Yeah.
I would say maybe that'd make a good comic book or movie, but in the real world, probably a bad idea.
Yeah. The story, his story goes is that he was no touched as a kid, and the cops didn't believe him or listen to him. So this is his way of getting revenge.
All right.
Look, I don't think pedophiles are human. I think they're demons in flesh suits. So I'm a little torn on this one.
Nah, that sounds dumb as hell. That was he couldn't being a cop wasn't an option, or how about becoming a lawyer? Or
well, how about this? How about just attack the guy who did it to you, not everybody?
That sounds crazy. There's so many other options than to become a weird version of Batman. That's just nah.
Do you think he would run out and attack them, going no, pedo, and then hit him with rebar?
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, JB, who says there's a lot to it. I could tell you, but I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the question. Yeah, no, vigilantism is one of those things that, in principle, I would love to support it. I would. I just don't trust humans.
Yeah, it's gonna go too far.
People making their own version of the law is a very dangerous thing to do. Yeah, that's why we outlawed posses. They get the wrong guys sometimes.
Yeah,
just because somebody got arrested doesn't mean they did it. Lots of innocent people get arrested because the cops got lazy, or they just were misled into thinking this was the person. So you don't want to just go out and murder people. I understand these are people on the sex offender registry, so we all know what they did. But some people on that registry were like 18 banging their high school sweetheart. So,
sure, yeah.
Not every pervert's equal, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little torn, so I'm probably a little biased on this one. But yeah, I don't think vigilantes can be tolerated in a civil society. It's when you don't have enforcement of the law that vigilantes tend to rise up, like now. But that's not a sign of good things when people like that start becoming active.
Facts. What about the copycats? People trying to be like him and doing the same thing.
Yeah. And then you've got people that don't know. They just heard this guy or this person did something. And that leads to a whole litany of problems. And sometimes it's just somebody posing as one of these Avengers that's really just trying to settle an old score. And there's too many problems with that.
It's gonna become a Salem witch trials.
Yeah, exactly. Too many innocent people get hurt.
JB says he got 28 years, which he thinks is a raw deal. He was willing to serve 12. I don't know exactly what his crimes were. I'd have to see whether or not I agree with 28 years. Him being willing. Thank you, Keldrick, who says, now I want to read this comic. There you go. Him being willing to serve 12 years is meaningless to me. I don't think we let criminals decide how long they're willing to go to jail.
Word. Like, I'll do about 12.
I'll take 12 hours.
Just give me 6 months and I'll be fine. That's all I really need to do. I don't like plea bargains to begin with.
Yeah,
I get
true.
the notion with, prisons being overcrowded and all right, maybe what you did isn't as bad as the law says, but we got to get you with something, that kind of shit. But too often we see people get slaps on the hand, like probation for touching kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sin Nikki, thank you. The Alaskan Avenger shouldn't have done what he did. Civilian and inmates shouldn't have to do the government's dirty work. Florida passed a good law. Did this come up because of some new Florida law?
Yeah, the Florida law that you can execute pedophiles.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Florida passed a law that rapists and pedophiles can be executed
Through the system, right?
Yeah, through the system.
Yo, my mind just went. Yo, I was about to be like, what?
Yeah, no, you don't. You can't get like your hunting license, your fishing license, and your pedo hunting license.
Oh, snap! It's about to be the purge. That's crazy.
Well, we're not taking you to jail, Mr. Jones, but your face just went up on the internet, so you're worth about $5,000. You better get running.
Or just let him go. Like, stop running, man.
Be like The Amazing Race meets the Purge.
Word.
Prosecutors make deals with demons so they can pad their resume and get better jobs.
That's facts.
Yeah.
It's also to kind of make things go faster so they don't have as much paperwork. They want to just get cases out of their way. So like, oh, we're just going to plea bargain everything. And then we don't have to work hard.
Word. Get one person to snitch.
Thank you, Snubberth, who says, if I recall, his no touch was a guardian and it put him on a criminal path. I think Dankula did a video. Yeah, I'd never heard of this before.
I don't know how you missed this.
I never heard.
He's got an awesome name, like Alaskan Avenger.
The fact that they call him an Avenger is crazy.
I was probably arguing with a retard on Twitter.
That's true. Well, this was 2016, so it's been a little while. So
I was arguing with retards on Twitter in 2016 too.
Yeah.
Just for the record.
Oh, thank you, Evolved Potato. His story is really a sad one. He never had a real job in and out of prison since he was a kid because he stole when he tried to survive outside with no family and couldn't go to the cops because they always sent him back to his abuser. So sad.
Yeah, that's jacked up.
Yeah, but that's unfortunately having a awful background does not entitle you to murder people.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the impulse, but that doesn't make it okay.
Well, I get real annoyed with people like, I had a rough childhood, and look, I get it. This guy was touched by a piece of shit, but there's tons of people that happens to who don't turn into vigilantes.
Facts.
You are still in charge of your life, and you make these decisions. But Donald Trump made me go. No. You did it.
Right.
Yeah, Jordan, exactly. Everyone has a sob story. True. 100%.
He could have handled it a different way. He could have became a lawyer, cop, detective, all types of stuff. He could have been like Stabler from Law and Order SVU.
It's so much more than that, dude. I hear you, but I don't think sob stories are an excuse for criminal behavior. I just don't.
Definitely not.
And if we allowed that, pretty much everybody would be allowed to go do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Agreed.
Beast, you mentioned something on your stream the other day. I actually got a chance to watch one of your streams live. It was great.
Oh, snap. Appreciate that.
And you mentioned that you used to write for Tipster?
Facts.
How did I not know this?
I wasn't really going around telling everybody.
I feel like I should have known that because you've done some videos about that fat slob and what a piece of shit he is. And yeah, when you mentioned that you used to write it just reminded me because we've also been talking about the SS Sniper Wolf thing. You know, she's being sued right now
for the dachshund.
No, she's being sued
her boyfriend
by her boyfriend, husband, whatever the hell he is, because he says he wrote all of her scripts and, you know, he has 50% ownership of the channel.
I believe that because didn't he lock her out of it?
Yes, he did.
Wait, he writes 50% of her scripts of going, oh my.
No.
Oh.
He wrote all of her scripts, and after they've broken up, she has started doing her own, and that's how we get to the oh my.
I heard he did her gameplay too.
Yes, he did her gameplay, and she pretended to do it as she read the scripts. Wow. Now, for those of you who are wondering why we're talking about SS Sniper Wolf, she's the one who just went to Jack's Film's house. Yeah, because she was mad at him because he made fun of her online for being a horrible creator.
Yeah, because he made fun of her shitty reaction videos, which, he was right about. I watched his video and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's trash.
Yeah, she doesn't really know how to do a reaction.
My favorite part of that whole story is that he makes this other channel, the JJ Jax Films channel, specifically so he can imitate her bad reactions. And her reactions are so bad, he can't dumb his stuff down enough to do it like her. He's still saying a lot more than she does in the things. Like, that's how bad your content is. People can't even fake that shit.
That's funny as hell. So he's adding way more than what she does.
He did. He actually does. And I think there's even one video where he mentions, like, I can't do it like her. I can't.
So he's not uploading still on that channel?
Oh, he as far as I know, he still is. He just, when he does his reaction, he adds way more to it than she does. Because she's just like, oh my God. Yeah, did you see him running? And he has to say more than that because, you know, that sounds ridiculous. He's got to add to it.
Thank you, Evolved Potato. Oh, the Alaskan Avenger didn't murder anyone. He beat and robbed like 2 or 3 pedos. One claimed he was crippled because of it, but after the trial, the pedo was found to be perfectly fine. So 28 years does seem excessive. Oh, yeah, if he didn't kill anyone, that's kind of lame. You're not a vigilante. You're not a good vigilante if you didn't kill anyone. I'm sorry. That barely qualifies. You're just a criminal. You're not a vigilante. You're just a criminal.
I can't believe a criminal lied in court about being crippled.
Right?
They're such upstanding people.
Especially a pedo. What? I'm shocked. Also, thank you, Keldrick. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Gary Plausch, but what he did to Jeffrey Duchette was still murder, and it still needed to go to trial. So, yeah, circumstances don't excuse crime. I fully understand why Gary did what he did. Because he's the dad from the famous clip that was at the phone and turned and shot the guy that raped his kid.
Oh yeah.
I get that. That's the parent taking justice. Yeah, what he did was wrong, morally and criminally, and he should have gone to trial. But conviction, I don't know.
JB, thank you, dude. If you're curious about Jason, ask me. Like I said, I will look into it. I literally know nothing about it, except for what we've talked about here tonight. As for the guy who blasted that dude, as a parent, I understand.
Yeah, but still not morally acceptable. You can't have a society where everybody runs around shooting each other. That's the whole point of the justice system.
If one of my children told me somebody had touched them, I would probably do the same, and I'd be like, yeah, take me to jail. I did the crime. Let's fuck it.
The only difference is for me, it would probably be bare hand for real life. Yeah, just
if I could get my hands on him. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm snatching them up. It's gonna look crazy.
If nobody knows you did it, is it a crime?
want the last thing they see to be my face as I'm choking them to death. Don't
like
hurt my children.
Something similar happened to Cain Velasquez, right?
To who?
Cain Velasquez, the MMA fighter, former UFC champion, the guy that beat up Brock Lesnar.
Oh, I don't know.
Something like that happened. I think he might still be in jail. I know people were like going around the whole community saying, "Yo, free him," because if something like that happened, he found out that somebody assaulted, I think, his daughter, and he lost it, grabbed his weapon, and went over there and went to work and snapped.
What dumbass preys on an MMA fighter's kid?
It's crazy. Right? A champion that knocked out Brock Lesnar, big ass.
Yeah, like, are you? Do you have a death wish? Because I mean, if you're feeling suicidal, you can just go to Canada now and get the assisted suicide.
Right. True. Where was that? Oh, Understatement said it exactly, Monk. You don't even let them cuff you; you just walk in. Yeah, I understand the notions of that. Passion. That would be a crime of passion. Somebody hurt your child and you take it out on them. The person, not the child. But I also am of the opinion you did it. You did it. I am willing to go to jail for my children.
Facts.
Yeah.
Turn myself in immediately.
Yeah. Like I did it. Yeah. Fuck it.
That's like you ever saw Law Abiding Citizen?
Yes. The last 15 minutes was dumb. The rest of the movie was great.
Yeah, I hated that. The rest of it was fire. That's exactly how he did it. He did whatever he did and was waiting right there for the cops. Like, hey, what's up? Been waiting for y'all.
Yeah, that movie was such a disappointing ending, but solid film otherwise.
I got what he was trying to do, like the whole metaphor or message.
Yeah, it was just a little too
on
much.
The nose.
And I don't like Jamie Foxx.
What? He's good sometimes. Occasionally.
He's okay occasionally. He's like Tom Hanks to me. He's very easily replaced with a better actor.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You think somebody could have did Ray?
Yeah, I do. You know what? Terrence Howard could replace him in any movie, and I'd be like, oh, that's better.
Terrence Howard, man. That's all I do, man.
Yep.
Man. I'm about to go play piano, man. Move out my way, man. They call me Ray Charles, man. That would have been horrible. That's what the whole movie would have been.
I know. It would have been
vibrations.
Great.
Sin Nikki says, in Texas, a man beat a guy to death after he pulled him off his 7-year-old daughter. Texas said defense of others, even had a grand jury say no charge. It's also different if you catch them in the act.
Yeah, then you're trying to stop a crime. And it's more likely to be an actual crime of passion where you just black out and dude ends up dead.
Yeah, you catch somebody actually physically raping your child and you kill them, I am not convicting you of shit.
Yeah. Even if it's a stranger that's getting assaulted, if you intervene and the perpetrator dies, there's a good chance you may not get charged or found guilty at least.
So Nikki, thank you so much. Can we at least agree pedos go in wood chippers? I know it's the funny meme that everybody said, but I've mentioned this before. I'm not for the death penalty for that.
What about life?
Life I'm fine with. Life, no possibility of parole.
I'm with that.
So yeah, I'm kind of for the death penalty for pedos because they can't be rehabbed.
And that's why no possibility of parole.
I've heard of some getting the surgery.
That doesn't stop them though, because they can still fondle kids.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they'll do insertions and they'll get their jollies off that way. It's a psychological thing.
That's crazy.
And then you have like female sex offenders that prey on kids. They're really fucking disturbing. Because it's all about
they go under the radar.
Oh yeah. We don't really talk about women that molest kids because that's sometimes the teachers come up, but if it's a woman on a girl, it's pretty horrific what they do to them.
Cryptic, thank you, DJ Khalid. What are your thoughts on Palestinian rocket attacks? Another one. I feel like I'm missing something there.
I don't
And
know anything.
Understatement says, no, they go to jail for whatever the time the state allows. Don't be hyperbolic. That's how bad laws start. I'm saying the state law should be life in prison. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Like they should change it to like life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Zan Wild, thank you. Chargers just tied it up with 7 minutes left. Don't worry, they'll lose it. I've been a Charger fan for a long time. They should. They're playing Dallas, who has a decent team, and they don't beat decent teams. If they do, great. But if they don't, I'm not shocked. All right. We got totally off track there.
We have track.
Not really. Not really. So, Beast, what else you been up to? Oh, let me get this real fast. Thank you. JB, thank you. Since it's an entire subject, check out the book, Avenging Child Sex Abuse. Bro, that book will mess you up. Have to Jack, please. Thank you so very much. No offense, but probably not going to read that. I do not purposefully go out and read shit about children being hurt. I just don't.
I understand that.
It angers me in very unhealthy ways. But anyway,
Yeah,
what else you been up to lately, Beast?
I've been working on a lot of stuff. More diving into like the music scene and like undercovering all the nastiness, maybe even demonic stuff within that, and also within Hollywood as well. And going against like the machine.
I saw who's that rapper you've been talking about?
Which one, Ren?
Yeah, Ren. I
Ren
went and
is
checked out
fire.
some of his rap, and wait, maybe it's the wrong one. It was somebody you've been dissing on, and I went and checked out their rap, and it is straight trash.
Oh, okay. Nah, you talking about Princess. That's what we call him, Princess Daughter.
Oh my
The one
god.
that came into my stream and tried to debate me the other day.
Nice. How do you get so many people who want to debate you?
I be making people mad. That's really all it is. I trigger the hell out of them.
I get that, but how? Teach me.
I'm a master at that joint. I could like just pinpoint what someone's really sensitive about and just start going at that joint, and then they get mad as hell. And also, like, I'm like a grandmaster troll. Like, if someone's trying to troll me, I can automatically identify what kind of troll they're doing and then do it times 10 to them and make them go crazy and like cry about it.
Now, does it usually start where you've made a video about them and then they see that and then they see your live and come in?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Understatement says, please don't teach him. How dare you? How dare you?
Because the people that want to argue with you, Monkey, are complete tards.
And it's great, and I love it. I don't want to do it daily, but, monthly wouldn't be horrible.
Just make them mad as hell. People do get, like, crazy upset and start doing a lot of nastiness, like trying to dox me and stuff, too, as well. So
yeah, you've had that problem before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doxed multiple times by multiple creators.
Has SS Sniper Wolf showed up outside your house yet?
Nah. That'd have been crazy. I'd have laughed at her. What you doing out there?
I'd have to open the door with my dick out.
Oh, I'd open the door.
That's different. Now, I thought you said SS Sniper Wolf. Now, we talking about someone else like Candace or something. That's crazy.
Oh, no. If it's anyone else, no. I just think she'd like to see my wiener.
Oh, snap.
I'm just saying. She seems to like fat guys.
So, Sniper Wolf, would you like a tour of my subterranean love den?
Have you seen her husband, Jack?
No.
Yeah, he wasn't in shape at all. He's built like me.
But I think it was for what he could do for her, though.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All the stuff he probably did behind the scenes.
He did all of the video work. All she had to, she was an actress, basically.
Right. The front man, like a news anchor.
Yeah, exactly. And it's actually hurting her channel right now. If you look at her views, they're going down since it's just her.
Wow, I guess maybe she should have gone down more.
Oh shit! I'm sure she's going down. Plenty.
I'm sure she is. You think?
Would you ever write for somebody?
What's that, bud?
I was asking, would you ever write for somebody?
No,
probably not.
Damn, y'all making me feel horrible.
no, it's not that. It's just I have a very specific way of writing, and I don't know that I could write for somebody else in their voice.
That makes sense.
So I wouldn't be talented enough to do it. I could write for me. I do it all the time. I just couldn't write for somebody else because, like you writing for Tipster, I don't know how you write for a retarded fat bastard. I'm just going to let that hang there till he comes back.
I was smoking while you did that. Laugh at the same time made me start coughing loud as hell.
Oh, sorry about that, man.
That was crazy. That was crazy. But no, it was pretty easy. He's like very simple as, I guess you could call him commentator or whatever. He doesn't really do much. So it's just easy. It's just writing variation of jokes and the same old Susie Lou stuff.
I get you. I wouldn't feel confident enough in my own writing style to do it.
But a chimpanzee can write for everything. A dog could write. A dog with a blog could write.
Without naming anyone else, have you wrote for other people?
Other YouTubers?
Yeah.
Nah. More so, I've given ideas to certain people. So I guess you could say, yeah, but not to the extent as Tipster. Tipster, I was like 5 hours sitting there doing it. But for other people, it's more so they'll run ideas by me and I'm like, nah, that's not good. Well, maybe you should do this. And it's more so for the comedy aspect. People will ask me if something is funny or if something would work out in the long run.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't judge people who write for other folks. Ghostwriters write some of the best books out there, especially if you're looking for autobiographies.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, celebrities are dumb.
I thought it was like the same thing like music, right? Because that's where I came from before YouTube, was within the music industry and writing and production and things like that. And usually it's like I scratch your back, you scratch mine kind of thing. Like I write for your project, and then when it's time for my stuff to come out, you help me out. So that's what I thought that was on YouTube, but it definitely was wrong.
Yeah, that makes way too much sense.
YouTube, it is more like a ghostwriter for like an autobiography kind of thing. Like you're here to be an uncredited person to make me look good. That's it.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's not weird though within the genre, really. I mean, how many writers do you actually know from, say, your local newscast? You might know your newscaster, but you don't know who actually wrote those words for him.
No, that's facts.
It might scroll by really quick at the end of the broadcast, but he's certainly not up there going, oh, by the way, Tom wrote this for me. It's kind of like, remember the that Frost bitch when she's like, hey, 4 of us play this game and then write a review. Each of us plays a little bit of the game, and then one of us reads it as though we did the whole thing.
I'm sorry. I got distracted by her dead tooth.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So it was like a team of people writing for one person?
Yeah. And that's dirty as shit. And especially to then, she got really mad. I don't know if you ever saw that video, Beast. But
nah.
She got really mad because people were like, you aren't even playing these games. And she goes, I play a little bit of it, is basically what she said.
I play a little bit of it? Oh, that's crazy.
Look, I play some, and he plays some, and he plays some, and then one of us writes it all. Well, how the fuck are you writing it all when you didn't play the whole game?
Right, yeah, nah, that's crazy.
She basically pointed out that the criticism she was getting was real, was right, and thought she was making a point. It was funny as shit. You should, if you've never seen it, look. It's Frosk, Frosk, Frosk Meltdown. It's funny as shit. It's
Frost
wonderful.
Meltdown.
It's pathetic.
This is a while back.
2 years ago.
Is it that long? Really?
I think it's been a year. It's been at least a year.
Do they still exist?
She's still around, but they were trying to bring back that Spike TV show. Forget what it was called, but they were trying to bring some Spike TV show back on the YouTube, and they wasted a bunch of money, and then she became a total dumbass and did this, and it tanked the show.
Wow.
And then she posts to Twitter something like, haha, you missed me, or something like that, because she didn't get fired, and then the next day they fired her. It's funny as fuck.
She should have just shut up. Like, if you're gonna go in there and just pretty much be an actor, then just be an actor. Like, you shouldn't be trying to portray that, oh, like, this is my opinion. Nah, someone else wrote that for you.
Yeah, in chat they're telling us the show is called G4. Or
yeah,
was.
I just searched it. G4. I remember hearing about G4 getting shut down.
Now,
wow.
This reminds me of something else I wanted to talk about. Have you guys seen Lily Singh did a TEDx like a year ago, and everybody's talking about it right now?
I saw that whole thing.
Did you guys? Go ahead, Jack.
Thank you, Cryptic. Want to know how to make any salad into a Caesar salad? Stab it 23 times.
Wow.
That's
oh, that was fire.
That's nice.
That was a good one. Wow.
But only once where it's going to kill him. Did you guys have you seen the TEDx, Jack?
No.
Beast, did you watch it?
I absolutely saw that. That was funny.
God.
That was mad.
Superwoman.
Said the reason why I failed is because I'm a woman of color.
I'm a woman of color. That's why I failed, because people wouldn't give me stuff. Nobody helped me out.
Didn't she have 2 seasons of that garbage?
Yes.
She got the show because she's a woman of color, man. Let's be clear.
A bisexual woman of color. She even says that's why she got it.
That's all she talks about, is being a woman and being gay. That's her entire personality.
Facts.
She's not funny. She's not particularly bright. She's not that good looking. I'm gay. I'm a woman, or bisexual, whatever she is. I have a vagina. Oh, shut up. Ugh. She's that person that shows up at the party and like, who invited her?
Well, it's another one of these scenarios where people are given everything they want and still fail because they're not that talented to begin with. And then they blame everyone else. You didn't get a hand up. You got a fucking show on national television. Either of you guys got that yet?
Not yet.
Nah. I don't think that ever happened. It'd get canceled within the first minute.
Yeah. There'd
right.
be way too much swearing and laughing at tards. So
she had YouTube promoting her. She had magazine articles written about her constantly. What the fuck else did she want? You know what nobody gave her that she needed? Talent.
I thought you was gonna say something else.
Well, she's bisexual, so she probably got that occasionally.
Hey,
she
ain't acting like it.
Right.
Lily Singh or Hannah Gadsby? Lily Singh right now is who we're talking about. Yeah, Superwoman. Wasn't that what she called herself?
Yeah.
Yes. I think that was her YouTube name.
And now she's like, you guys didn't give me enough stuff to make me successful.
Yeah, it's somebody else's fault.
That's what happens when you're not talented.
I feel like that's going to be the excuse when Robin Hood fails.
They'll blame racism on that one and homophobia.
Well, I did finally get to see Director X and his whining about this shit.
Yeah, baby.
He was so proud when he had 4 reviews. He had 4 reviews. And they were all good. And then the rest of the reviews came in. He's like, how dare you guys be mean to my show? Holy crap. Disgruntled technician, thank you so very much. It looks more and more like we're going to lose the union vote at work and will be forced to join. Since I refuse to join, I might as well give the initiation fee to my favorite creators, and then I don't have the money to give them to be mismanaged. Thank you so much. It's very, very kind.
Yeah, dude, that's super generous of you. Thank you.
And tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, the union's gonna do nothing but screw you over. I'm sorry, I have no respect for modern unions. They don't do anything for the people that are really needing them.
Facts.
So, thanks, man. We really do appreciate that. I know I do, and I know Monkey does. So that's super generous of you. But yeah, I'm sorry it didn't work out. Hopefully you'll find another gig soon.
Yeah, Brent says union fees. Wow, Monkey and Jack just scored. Cryptic, thank you. Lily and I are enjoying a chicken tiki masala. Did I say any of that right?
Tikka masala. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
I don't know what that is.
It's a type of curry.
Oh, all right. I'm just tired of these bitches failing when they've been given everything and then blaming everyone else except for them.
You've met women, right?
I haven't. Not all of them are retarded.
But enough of them are. I mean, look at how we coddle women now. It's sad and slightly pathetic.
Okay. Thank you, Keldrick. This is a quote. I'm a bisexual woman of color. It is the most important thing about me. Why do you care so much that I'm a bisexual woman of color? You don't. Why don't you care that I'm a bisexual woman of color? I'm a bisexual woman of color, by the way. Lily Singh. Now that's a paraphrase, but it's not wrong.
Wait, there's something wrong with that though. She didn't mention that she was a bisexual. Maybe if tattooed on forehead.
Maybe if she wasn't so concerned about being a bisexual woman of color, she might have, studied craft.
Yeah, took a comedy lesson or two.
Learn to tell
some
good
writers. She could have just bare minimum hired good writers, based off of talent and not the skin color.
But she had been so built up, especially here on YouTube. This is a problem we've seen with the few YouTube creators who do try to cross over to mainstream media. Is especially if YouTube themselves are pumping them up. Lily Singh was never funny. But look how funny this girl is. Look how funny this bisexual woman of color is. And then they go over to real media and you can't compete with Jimmy Kimmel, who's not funny.
I can't stand Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, because he's not funny. He's just sad.
He always been trash to me.
She algorithm into fame. Yeah, she did. And the algorithm, it wasn't even that she algorithm. It's that YouTube pumped her up very much the way they've been pumping up SS Sniper Wolf lately. They really like her lately. I don't know why. Somebody at YouTube's getting blown. I'm almost positive.
Well, she's got good lips for it. There's a little bit of Botox look to it.
Yeah.
I think she has a physically large head. Not like the floating head from Zardoz big, but pretty close. But the rest of her's okay.
Do y'all think that my bad, go.
Real quick, Keldrick said, it was a paraphrase. It's true, but in my defense, grammar's not my strong suit. Look, man, that could have been a direct quote.
Yeah, I was close enough.
I could have sworn I heard her say that. Oh, I was going to say, do y'all think that part of the blame should be put on the industry as well? Because it's kind of as if in the music terms, she was an industry plant, right? She's somebody that didn't really have talent, didn't earn her way to get in a spot on TV. So they just put her in that spot, promoted her for the first few episodes. And then when it was up to her and her fan base to actually carry the show and her talent, she wasn't able to pull it off because she never really earned it. Like one of these rappers like Little Pump or something like that disappeared after their first single.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not wrong about that. We saw that. Do you guys remember Van Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to her?
She disappeared because there was nothing interesting about her other than YouTube going, look, here's a girl who lives in her van, but clearly doesn't because she's clean.
Yeah, I mysteriously got auto-subscribed to her on 3 accounts.
Yeah.
The one account I don't subscribe to anyone on got a subscription on it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, he was pumping that.
Yeah, they're just trying to boost numbers. Like, you have to have some kind of personality, some sort of like niche for people to actually want to watch you. You can't artificially inflate that. It'll last for a little while because people will be like, oh, well, everybody else is talking about this, but it doesn't have a longevity to it.
Faithless asked the one who got murdered. No, not that one.
I was about to say, that's what happened?
No, that was Gabby Petito.
Yeah. And thank you, Cryptic. She's Canadian like Mickey. They belong in the Shire. Fair enough.
That's true.
That Robin Hood thing is from Canada. I'm ready to go to war.
Yo,
it'll be a short war. There's not a lot in Canada.
That's all right.
Like the moose. There's more moose than people, I think.
We got some revenge to get for like 1763 or whenever Washington failed up there. We can go fix that shit.
Be the War of 1812, monkey.
Washington, no. When Washington was just leading a small army, he wasn't a general at the time.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when we really should get revenge on them for harboring the British.
No.
No, you want to take it old school, I see.
Very old school. Back to the beginning. They embarrassed our first president before he was first president, and we can't stand for that.
That's a fair point.
That's right, guys. You get everything from Lily Singh to George Washington on this show because that's who we are.
Yeah. We did steal Shatner from Canada, so I guess we won in the long run.
Drake.
I suppose. Delahaye says, get over it. Learn to pronounce about. How dare you, sir?
What are you talking about, hoser?
All right. What else we got on the docket tonight? I don't really have anything. You know, I was interested in your discussion the other day, Beast, when you were talking about how somebody had asked you if you would look at their music or something or promote it. I forget exactly what they asked you. And you mentioned to them what they need to do is, just ask people if they'd take a look at it. Don't be pissy if they don't.
Or I think I remember that. That's when the person was asking me to react to this stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what it was. They wanted a reaction from you. Which is a dangerous thing to ask if you're not sure your stuff is any good.
Yo, there's been times that someone asked me to do that, and I was so pissed that they had the nerve that I was like, okay, knowing that it wasn't going to be up to par, and I just started shitting on them. Like, this is the worst song I ever heard, and they just disappeared. I never heard from them again.
You ruined their dream, sir.
No, if you have a dream for it, it can't be ruined by one criticism.
Facts.
That's not a dream. That's a flight of fancy.
Like, what? One person told me I'm trash. I'm never going to do it again. Okay. You wasn't meant for it, bro.
Yeah, it's not your dream if you give up that easily on it.
Did the world a favor.
Bo says that's a weird way to ask for a roast, but sure, indeed.
People are crazy.
I've gotten asked by people, hey, will you take a look at this and tell me what you think? And it's hard because I'm an honest person.
You got to be honest. Why is that hard?
Because I know people are looking for, they're looking to be told how good they're doing. And most of the time, the easiest answer right off the beginning is, you need to work on your fucking sound.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. But then after that, especially when it gets into their content, what they put their heart and soul in, it doesn't feel good to be like, that sucks.
Feel good to me. Feel excellent. What? I love telling people who suck that they suck. Why not? I wish somebody told me I sucked when I was younger trying to do certain things. I wish someone had told me. I wish, man.
Well, it either makes you stronger and better at it, or you just give up and stop it.
Exactly. If you're really meant to do it, you're going to take the criticism, learn from it, and build yourself.
Yeah, it's just one person's opinion. If people tell you you're not good at something, and they explain why they don't think you're good at it, other than you suck and you got a funny face, then you could work on your craft and get better at it. That's how you improve in life, is through criticism. Right. You shouldn't just give up because one person said that you weren't good at it. There's too many people that just straight up walk away from something they say they love because they got hurt by one person's opinion. You got to develop a thicker hide. If you put yourself out there, people are going to tell you how much you suck and how much they hate you. And it's either going to make you better or you're going to be a simpering crybaby about it.
Some people ain't meant for it. They're weak.
And I don't disagree with you guys, but it still doesn't feel good to me. Beast may love it, but telling somebody like, your jokes just aren't funny. Oh, that feels so horrible to say to people.
I love doing it. Yeah, I love it. It's bringing a smile on my face right now. His moments were behind the scenes. I done went off. Like, I'm glad you asked me behind the scenes. You suck. Like, your timing is horrible. You don't have no comedic time at all. I've done that and like had a smile on my face the whole time because I want to see if you're going to be able to take that and be able to build from it. Because I'm telling you exactly what you need to hear. If you just make it past all the roasting and joking and me smiling, I'm actually giving you some game. Like, because when I go to someone for advice, I want to be told what I'm doing wrong. I didn't go over there to be told, oh, you're doing amazing. The fuck? No, I'm not Dave Chappelle. If I was on that level, like, I would know it. So like, I don't like that. I feel like it's lazy. If someone tells me something like that, I think that they didn't listen or check me out. It's just, oh, you're good. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about for you, but I am my own worst critic. And I know that. So if I go to somebody and ask them, hey, check this out, and they're like, oh, that's great. I just think they're blowing smoke up my ass.
Yeah.
And I don't trust most people to do it for that reason. I don't want to hear that this is great. I want to hear what you think can be improved on. If you think overall it's nice, hey, overall it's good, but you need to work on A, B, C, and D, cool. But most people don't do that. Most people will just lie to you. They'll be like, no, you're great. That poetry is the best stuff I've ever read, Susan.
That is insane. People ain't going to be able to grow from that. They're not going to grow from that. You need to be rejected.
I think it needs to be constructive criticism, but it still needs to be criticism.
I think it should be harsh and constructive, but I think it should be harsh so people can learn from it. It's on some like military type shit. You make it through that boot camp, like you'll be able to do whatever you're doing with explosions around you because you used to a drill sergeant yelling in your face.
I think it depends on the person. Some people require a slightly lighter touch just because they're emotional basket cases and you'll have to hear about it for the next 20 years. I'm not talking about an ex-girlfriend at all. But yeah, I think you're both right. It just depends on the audience you're talking to. Also, we have a birthday in chat.
We'll get that in 1 second. Resolute Germ says, if you're worried about being too critical, have something to point to that can help them improve. I recommend certain tutorials and software most of the time. Here's my problem with that. If all you're doing is helping them on the technical side, it doesn't help them any more than if you just told them how great they did.
True.
Hey, now you sound better with your shitty jokes.
Yeah. Like if somebody's not funny, then it's time to be harsh. But if it's like they're a musician or something and they just need to tweak certain things, you can handle that very level.
Yeah.
Unless they're a dick to you, and then you're ruthless. If they're rude or demanding, then you could go all out. But if they're just politely asking for like some input, say, look, here's what you need to do, what you need to work on. Otherwise, you're going to suck balls and you're going to be bad at this forever.
All right. So it's Brian's birthday. Brian, this one's for you. Beast, you can sing along if you want to. If not, just hang out. We'll be done in a second. Brian, it's your birthday. This is yours and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brian. Hope you have a good one. Really, really do.
Absolutely.
I love birthdays.
I love my birthday. I like birthday cake.
I'm not a big fan.
I know.
I like ice cream.
One of my relatives had a birthday. We had donuts. And I was like, oh, it's not bad. I mean,
that's different.
Yeah. That's. I think my sister-in-law did that because they don't really do a lot of birthday cake, I guess, in her family.
Was it a lot of donuts?
Yeah, it was a lot of donuts.
It's just one little donut.
Would have to be.
Like 24 donuts.
I was gonna say I would run through that in like 1 minute. Like I would just a whole box of them. It's my birthday too. I'm going crazy.
I got 2 of them that looked like they had like the pink strawberry glaze on them and some sprinkles. Oh
like
man,
it
was great. I dream about that donut.
Zan says you like German chocolate cake. For my birthday, German chocolate cake. Most of the time with cake, I peel off the frosting and just eat the cake itself. But cake is not one of those things that I'm like, ooh, cake. I could live without it.
Real quick, thank you, Keldrick. Hitler listened to his haters when they mocked his art, and look where that led us.
That's fair.
I never got that because he actually wasn't a bad artist. I've seen some of his art, and I'm like, that's not bad. I don't know what the hell they were talking about, but I blame those art critics. But yeah, he just didn't have the passion in him. That I think he was like, all right, I'm not good at this. What am I good at? World domination.
I do think, not to get serious here, but with a lot of people, if you do give them criticism here on YouTube, it's people who think YouTube is going to be easy.
Yeah.
And they're not here because they have any kind of passion for their subject or for making videos or for streaming. They're here for the easy.
Yeah.
That's why I like shitting on them. That's exactly why I love that. That's why I was saying at your point, Jack, with certain people, you got to handle them kind of like with kid gloves. They not meant for this then.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I want to scare off because I'm actually helping you. Because if you think me shitting on you while giving you criticism is bad, imagine people slandering you and doing a whole lot of other nasty stuff, doxing you. And if you're not built for this shit, man, like I'm saving you by just giving you a light roast and getting you to fuck up out the trenches so you can go home to your family while the rest of us is in the war.
Yeah, this is warfare on the internet. Most people are not capable of handling being on the internet. It seems easy, but you have to deal with bullshit all the time.
On a regular basis.
The next person who asks me, hey, will you look at this? I'm going to send him to Beast.
Send him to me.
I know a guy. Hold on.
Hang on. I'm busy. Let me get my friend in here for you.
It's like on Pawn Stars, you're calling in the expert.
For the first 2 seconds, you trash, man. Like, did you watch it? I watched. I could tell. Thumbnails garbage. Titles trash. People be having some horrible titles.
You look like you have stink lines coming off you.
Unfortunately, I think you're right. And it's like that in any kind of entertainment industry. So much hatred comes at you. It doesn't matter how good you are. Think of some of the best artists we've ever heard of. There's somebody out there who's a very vocal critic of that person.
Facts. It might be family, the person that taught them, like all like different, I guess, avenues of work, or whether it's like basketball, sports, or the industry of music. The best people went through some shit. And like Michael Jordan is a person that got rejected so much early on that he had to build up an ego to where he took it fucking personal and had to become the best. To it, if you didn't shake his hand, like imagine this shit, like you walk by, he says hello, and you didn't hear him. And he's like, "Word? Oh yeah, okay, I'm dunking on this motherfucker. I'm scoring 60 on him tonight." You like, just because I ain't shake your hand, I ain't see you, Mike. He not trying to hear that shit. But it's because he dealt with so much rejection that it turned him into a beast. That's the type of mentality you have to have. in order to compete on YouTube or anything involving media. So anyone that's just like, oh, he roasted me and said my content was trash when it actually was. This is my first video. The fuck? Of course it's going to be garbage.
Look at somebody like Tom McDonald. If he listened to all the hate, he would have missed out on a pretty lucrative life.
Facts. And did you see his like growth and development from his first videos to now?
There's still some of his videos I can't watch because they're garbage.
That's hilarious.
Especially
what he was trying to do back.
His earlier stuff is not good. It's just not.
The college party rap.
Oh God. Pretty much anything before, not White Boy. What's the one that comes out before that? It's about the music industry. I forget the name of it. It's not music industry because that's a different song. But anything before that, it's garbage. It's not good. But he kept plugging away because this actually was his passion.
Right.
Faithless says even kitten videos have haters. That is true. Dear Rappers, is that it?
Might have been.
I have to look it up because I don't actually remember.
Is that the one when he's coming at the SoundCloud rappers?
Maybe.
SoundCloud rappers. Why don't you just say you're not trying?
A few SoundCloud rappers made it out to SoundCloud ever.
Yeah, a few.
A few that actually took it serious.
SoundCloud rappers should all come to you and ask, "Hey, how is this?" Yes, it is Dear Rappers. That's the song I'm thinking of. Yeah, thank you.
It's like
Instagram. I would 100% tell them. I'm about to start doing that. You gave me an idea. I might start doing live reviews.
That's why people keep me around.
Start shitting on people. Like, this is garbage. Turn this shit off. I'm gonna have to turn this off button. Like, too trash.
Remember, trying is the first step of failing. That is true, but it's also the first step of success. So you gotta roll the dice.
Get out there.
I'm with Homer Simpson on this one. Trying is the first step toward failure. No, there's an expression that they used to put. I've heard that the Romans used to say it to their leaders, and it's put on graves a lot. It's a memento mori, and it means that remember that you too have to die.
Well, that's sad.
Yes, but it keeps people grounded so their egos don't get big. And I think that's an important life lesson. Don't get ahead of yourselves.
You only live once type of stuff. That's like a real stoic type of metaphor. As soon as you said it, I knew what you meant. I was like, oh, ain't that like Marcus Aurelius? Didn't he used to say it all the time?
Yeah, I think Aurelius used to say it. It was I think it comes from the death of Socrates. I could look it up, but I'm lazy.
Could 100% be Socrates.
But yeah, it's a really old expression, and it's been carried over through like the Middle Ages and the plague times. If you look at like some of the graves of people that died during the plague, they have the skeletons up on like painted on the walls, and it says memento mori on there. Or the other common one was as we are now, you will be. So yeah, good times. I'm full of really, really high-end cheerful stuff today.
Nah, that's some real shit. That's stuff that it's not as morbid as what it sounds. That's the stuff that keeps you grounded to where I would be in a good ass mood after hearing shit like that. I like on a regular basis go through stoic quotes like that.
Yeah,
and it does keep it grounded.
Some people have a very inflated sense of self-worth. Look at you, Jennifer Lawrence.
I'm feeling judged.
They have to be reminded that they're just like everybody else. And Jennifer Lawrence has really weird boobs.
Thank you, Officer Buck, who says Socrates nuts. Socrates nuts. How dare you? I hear what you guys are saying. I really do. But I also think that if you think like that, especially like we're talking with going into YouTube or SoundCloud rap or anything like that, you kind of have to go into it with the feeling that there is something special about you.
That's how you end up with Sniper Wolf, though.
Or
look, Amaranth.
You can't think you're just better than everybody, but you have to think at some level, people who do this have an ego that is beyond anybody watching us right now. You have to have that to put yourself out there.
True.
And so,
I don't know.
Admit you need to stay grounded. It's also okay to float a little bit.
Yeah, well, there's floating, and then there's like, do you know who I am? Type.
Oh yeah, and I hear you. Yeah, but I never would have done this if I didn't think I had something to say that I hadn't heard other people say.
True. I just like making people mad.
I know you do, and I enjoy watching it.
Yeah, I like laughing at spastics on the internet.
Word. I figured that people wouldn't want me on YouTube, so I was like, I'm going on YouTube.
This will be funny.
Word. Let me just start going in. Even that clip that I be playing where it's like someone crying, telling someone, "You're not giving me a chance." That was like my first 3 days on YouTube. Just arguing and debating and laughing hysterically. Like, look at these people crying.
Now, when you first got on, was it just your channel, or were you jumping in people's chats and causing trouble?
It was just my channel, and people would jump into my chat.
It is amazing to me how many people come and bitch at you. It's funny to me.
It's because I'm going to say what people are afraid to say. And then people want to look good and simp out in White Knight and jump in and be the defender, but then not have any kind of like points or examples or any kind of evidence of what they're saying. So they look stupid, and then they just start spazzing out.
Yeah, the kind of people that you get in there are they're not the smartest.
That's facts. If they were, they wouldn't get in there.
Yeah, let's face it. There's a lot of really dumb people out there, and they're all drawn to the internet.
You were talking to some lady, God, this was probably a month ago, maybe just a couple of weeks ago, I forget. And she comes in and you guys are having a decent conversation. And then she starts interrupting you over and over again. And I've watched this before with people who talk to you. And like, Beast is one of those people, guys. If you go talk to him, he's going to respond how you respond.
I match energy.
If you're nice, he's nice. If you're interrupting and being a shithead, he's going to be a shithead to you. And it's not like you're new, like they couldn't have found this out. Some of them I've seen are viewers of yours.
That's facts. Yeah, I don't know how that happens. Every time that happens, sometimes I think about it like, damn, did I go too hard? Because that is supposed to be a supporter. But then if you watch me, you know how I am. You shouldn't even take it personal for one. And then you should know, like, not to try to, like, do no or say no stupid shit. To me, like, because I'm going to call it out in the moment, on the spot. I'm going to match your energy. And then people, they don't realize that it's not easy to go on a live stream or go on a panel and have a conversation with a bunch of people watching you, right, with the bright lights on you. Sometimes you're not going to react like you normally would in a regular conversation.
It's a lot harder.
Exactly.
I'm the same way. I will match your energy. I've had discussions, believe it or not, with the one I had with that commie retard. I didn't yell at him at all. It was
too busy having to dumb everything down for stupid commie brain.
Fair. But I didn't yell at him because he wasn't yelling at me and being an asshole. If you watch the Hunter one, that shit started like a minute in.
Oh, because Hunter's a little spaz.
Because he spazzed out.
I don't know how BxBeastBoy tolerated him being in the closet while you were plowing his wife.
She told me ignore him.
Cynic says the rooster looking mofo. What the hell was his name? Something Brooklyn. Shit. I can't even remember.
Brooklyn Defiant or Brooklyn Dad or something?
No, not Brooklyn Dad. Brooklyn Dad blocked me on Twitter because he's a bitch.
Oh, that's right.
That's hilarious. When I was watching some of your debates, I think even when you went against Hunter, you were still going light on him. Like, he was spazzing for no damn reason. Because you were just asking him questions like, all right, let's read this article that you brought up.
Well,
and then you were bringing up something that he just, I didn't hear that. You didn't read the whole article that you just used as an example?
Oh, of course not. I'm surprised he's literate. But we were having a conversation. He was having a little spurg out.
Exactly.
He's a crybaby.
Thank you, guys. Bronx Blogger. That was his name. Bronx Blogger.
Oh, that guy. I forgot.
I also talked to Kami in Space, and there was no yelling in that one.
Now, you talked to the Kami from Space?
Oh, yeah. we talked one time. He was trying to tell me how nice how nice North Korea is.
Yes,
I would have asked him what his opinions on Animal Farm was.
He's changed his mind now. Now he's still a commie. He just refuses to admit it.
That's crazy.
He's a democratic socialist.
That's what I was about to say. See, yo, me and Jack was thinking the same thing. So he's just a socialist now.
But I've seen this so many times. I've even seen it with Destiny, where people go in there, and Destiny's another one who will match energy. I know you don't believe me, Jack, but he has changed over the years.
Yeah.
Some of these people go in there, they come in hot. And like, you're dealing with somebody who's on the mic all the time.
Right.
I don't get nervous on here anymore. I haven't gotten nervous since I first turned on my mic, my very first video, and then my very first live stream that I was hosting. Other than that, I'm just a guy sitting in my basement talking on a microphone. And you come in here and you come in hot, I'm going to be better at it. Not necessarily even because I'm better at it. I'm just more practiced than you are.
I'm going to say it if you ain't going to say it. It's because you better.
Well, it depends. I mean, there's some people who could be better, and they're just that first time you're on there and you're nervous as shit.
Word. That's a skill. You got to build that.
Scribe had his 7-year anniversary. My 7-year anniversary passed the other day, and I missed it completely. It was back in September.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Oh, thank you. But Scribbles had his, and a couple of people who were on there, people who started their channels after watching us do our live streams. And it still always amazes me, and several of them mentioned it, how nervous they were the first time they talked to us. And that's such a weird thing to me, because I'm just, like I said, the dude sitting in his basement. There's, to your point, you're whatever that Latin phrase was.
Memento mori.
Yeah. I'm not better I'm just a dude. But I used to run into this at work. Like when I worked at Walmart, man, my assistant manager was absolutely terrified to talk to our district manager. So I know we got to be careful what we said to him. He's the district manager. Like, he's just a dude.
I got in a situation where I wasn't allowed to talk to district management because then we'd all get fired, the boss said.
Well, that's a little different.
Yeah. Something about not having a governor switch and just saying whatever I wanted.
Well,
they couldn't tell me nothing like that.
I wanted to go ask my district manager if it was okay to change a display from what he wanted. And I had all my numbers and stuff. I had a very good reason for it. And my assistant's like, no, we can't do that. Let's just leave that. I'm like, no, this is dumb. And so I went and talked to him, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do that. Like, why are you afraid of him? He's just a guy. Unless you are going to be going there and doing a jack, being like, hey, go fuck yourself kind of thing.
Look, it's not my fault that I'm blunt, okay? I should wear a sign saying that my pronouns are crass and abrasive. But that doesn't mean anything. It's that other people are hypersensitive babies and can't take it, and they happen to be my bosses.
I'm fascinated by us as a species that we get that way. I'm not completely immune to it. The first time I talked to Undoomed and Bearing, I mean, I handled it well if you watch him, but inside I was a bundle of nerves. I mean, these are two guys I looked up to quite a bit. And I'm like, since then I talked to him just like I talk to you guys. And not that you guys aren't, as wonderful as they are, but
I'm amazing.
You absolutely are. It's weird to me that as a species we get like that we get nervous to talk to other people.
I think that's normal.
Yeah, people build up, others in their mind. I'm actually more obnoxious in real life, so. But I come from chat, so I'm surprised you don't ignore me all the time, Monkey.
It's harder to do when I can hear your voice.
That's fair.
I think you're thinking about it more on like the human level.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm thinking about it more on this is entertainment. It's like if a fan goes in the ring with a professional boxer and they start sparring and he get clocked. I'm not going to say, oh, how dare you clock that fan? No, why was you in the ring with him? What's wrong
That's
with you?
fair.
I'm not going to go and play basketball one-on-one with LeBron just because I'm like, hey, I'm a fan. Let's go. We're both humans. And then when he dunk on me and do the Space Jam, I'm just like, damn, man, you're not supposed to do that. I'm human. Nah, there's levels to this shit. So if we do like conversations as a art form and do media, and someone that's just a fan or a bystander comes in and talks to us, right? They might slip up without a doubt, but it's 100% because they're just not on our level, and it could be because of nerves. That's just part of the game. I've done so much shit, but before I did YouTube, I did mixed martial arts as well. And that's a big part of what you do in the amateur circuit, where you go out there and compete to get that experience. Sometimes you go against somebody that's more experienced who had a couple fights, so the bright lights don't affect him as much. And he's able to kick you upside your forehead because you thinking about all types of stuff, like who's watching you, all the cameras is on me and all that stuff. Sometimes people never come back. Sometimes people come back even harder and build experience. And now they can talk and be comfortable talking to whoever, no matter who you are.
Thank you, Cryptic, who says Beast Boy can dunk and clown the bum. Wow.
Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine me dunking on LeBron. I would have to cheat.
Got to get a stool in there.
Word. Look over there. Bump him.
Tell him China's got a bag full of money if he lets you win.
No, I get what you're getting at there. You know, the audience coming in and talking to you and being nervous and stuff. It's just weird to me that we do that because we are just all human. And we're just talking about talking, right? And thank you, Cryptic, who says La China.
I beat you, Cryptic.
Yeah.
By like a second.
What does get me though is when they come into you and they do come in hot. I don't have that problem as much. I have very few people who come that way to me. And I've dealt with most of them except for this one guy who has the best videos on YouTube where he's getting basically beat up by a heavy bag.
What?
Oh, dude, that guy.
Oh God.
I forgot about him.
Beat up by a heavy bag?
His chest is all sunken in and he's trying to show how badass he is and he's beating on this heavy bag and it's beating back. It's funny as shit.
Yeah,
wow.
It was picture the saddest attempt at hitting a heavy bag. Like, yeah. I mean, like a blind teenage girl taking a swing at a heavy bag and then getting clocked by it.
Yo, that's crazy. And they were coming at you?
Oh, yeah. He pops into chat from time to time. Sims, that's his name. Thank you, JB. Sims. But
you gonna do a YouTube boxing match with him?
Oh, that would be one. No, I couldn't, man. I weigh so much more than him. I'd kill him.
Oh,
he's not a big dude. No.
He can't be a $120, man, and I'm 210.
But he's full of heart.
He is full of heart.
What about you, Jack? Do you get in there with him?
Oh yeah, I could take that dude. I'm all fat and out of shape, but I could take that dude to fight. I'm confident enough in my own abilities for that.
But it is amazing to me how many people are confident enough to jump into your stream and talk shit to you.
Yeah, that is amazing. People are crazy. People are insane.
Do you think it's your voice is very calm? People say I have a calming voice, but your voice itself is calm.
I appreciate that.
You just kind of you're chill. Do you think that lulls them into a false sense of security?
Absolutely. That and the jokes. Yeah, people think I'm like a court jester.
If you guys have never watched it, you really should watch when he gets into it with people. It's funny as fuck.
People be crying. Like that rapper that we was talking about earlier. He came into my stream the other day and he was crying on stream. He was so mad, said he was going to kick down my door. I was like, you ain't kicking down nothing. Shut up. You ain't going to do nothing. You trash and you lazy. He's like, explain how I'm lazy. I'm like, well, I said your music sucks, and instead of working hard and doing a new song and convincing me that your music doesn't suck, you said you was gonna kick down my door and beat me up until I said your music didn't suck. So you're lazy.
That's true.
I'll beat you into liking it.
It would take more work to kick your door down than it would to work on their music.
Right? Keldrick, thank you. They came into you and they come in hot. I have a problem when they come at me like that. He's quoting me from earlier. It's just funny to me that, and I'll have to watch that one because I haven't seen it yet. How many people are so offended by you? I don't find you that offensive. No offense, but I don't find you that offensive. Even when you're ripping on somebody, I don't find you that offensive. And again, typically, every time I've seen it, I want to say typically because I can't say all the time because I haven't seen all your stuff. They start this shit and then they get mad at it.
Every time. No, that's exactly what you said is how it happens. Every time they start the shit. I even have a button for it called the Garfield button because I made a whole character based off that shit. And whenever I'm like, okay, are you sure you want to do this? I press the shit and it comes out and it starts laughing and me with a mask pops up on the screen and I just start going at them and then they usually cry and run away. So yeah, 100%. They started.
I've seen fans of people you've made fun of jump into your chat to try to talk shit to you. And it's the most mind-blowing thing I've seen. I'm like, why would you do that?
Are you hilarious?
Are you that big of a simp that you're gonna go in there and get your ass whipped for someone else?
That's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they do. I've seen other creators do it, right? They'll send out a smaller creator to come and talk to me on their behalf. And that never ends well for them.
Do you ever just like stop and take in what's happening and just start laughing?
Every time. And it makes them mad, but because apparently I have a cackle.
You do have a little bit of a cackle. Yeah, you do.
I can't help it. Nah, that's just, it runs in my family. You should hear my mom. It just sounds hilarious. Ha, ha, ha. She's going to throw a shoe at my hand when she hears this.
It's not a Kamala Harris cackle. It's one that you can deal with.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah, there you go. It's adorable.
A lot of people get mad because they get real offended that I'm laughing at them because they're like, I'm serious. I'm like, no, you're not. Shut up.
You think you're serious, which is what makes it even funnier. Thank you, La China. You don't talk bad about China. We treat Uyghur people nice. They happy like good Oregon people. All hail Hydra. Yes, I'm sure the Uyghur people are very nice when you're harvesting their organs. Thank you, La China. And thank you, Vegan Gains. Thanks for stealing me to retard meat. Have to get protein somehow. Yeah, Monkey did steer Vegan Gains toward the special needs selection of cuts.
Look, I didn't tell him to eat a retarded person. I asked him if he would. And he said yes.
Well, that's
got a perfectly good cow there. He's going to eat the retarded person. You know what? The funniest part of that is he didn't even ask, like, is it a chick so he could repopulate or anything like that?
Well, he's not JF.
Like, nah, I'm gonna eat that. BX, what made you start YouTube? Oh, he's muted. Of course. He's over there taking a puff.
He said what? He said, of course.
The only reason I said of course is because I asked you a direct question. I'm like, he's gonna be muted when I ask this question. I look up and sure enough you were.
No, I'll be muting whenever I cough.
What made you start YouTube?
Well, I started YouTube originally to promote music. Before I wasn't like a commentator or reactor or any of that stuff. I did like comedy here and there. Like I would do like I guess my friends would have performances for their music, and then I would snatch the mic and have a whole like 15 to 20-minute set. It's just me talking shit about how much I hate my job.
Nice.
And awesome. People would be like, yo, this is hilarious, man. You should start doing it more. I'm like, nah, I'm just warming y'all up. All right, now my friends are going to come rap. And like, jump on stage. I got footage of that shit too. where I did that, and then my friend, he worked at like a Taco Bell, and I worked at I think McDonald's, and then we took off our shirts and we both had our uniform on and started
Nice.
like going crazy. But I was originally just trying to promote my music, and then when I did that, I started live streaming, and people would ask me my opinion, and then that led into me taking clips and putting it out and reacting to like drama, and then debating people, and then what I'm doing now.
Has your opinion always been, by today's standards, as conservative as it is?
I would say, yeah. I would say 100%. When I was younger, or like I would say teenager, I was really more of a anarchist.
Mhm.
And then once I started like gaining some intelligence, realized like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. I would go to meetings and be like, hold on, so you want me to depend on people? People
Right.
ain't shit. It don't make no sense.
Depend on the goodness of people. Have you met people?
Right. People ain't shit.
So you just kind of, now when you were doing your first live streams there, was it still based on the music and then people were asking you your opinion?
Yeah. First it would be opinions on like music and things of that nature. And then eventually it switched to drama content or just things within the commentary community.
What's your favorite kind of thing to cover?
I like roasting people.
You're good at it.
I appreciate the heck out of that.
But is it just anybody in general, or do you prefer like somebody from commentary, some music, or do you have a preference?
Something my preference is preferably woke shit. Like anything that's like just super nasty wokeness. I'm gonna be using race as a weapon or any kind of movement as a weapon. Anything where I can expose corruption and abuse of power. I think if I could just shit on that as much as possible, I could do that for hours, nonstop. Whether it's a TV show that's doing that, hey, you should watch this because it's black, or a movie, or a person who's doing that, or anything of that nature. The commentary community, I like shitting on those guys a lot.
Those guys, I don't know. You know, you mentioned Willie Mack the other day on your show, and how you'd reached out to him and he gave you advice early on.
Mm-hmm.
I like Willie. I think Willie does a good job on most stuff. The rest of the commentary community, I just think they're tipsters in waiting, especially if you've seen stuff like what Diorio's been doing lately. And they're all just fat little woke guys who are waiting to come out and tell us they're fat little woke guys.
Oh, facts. I've been saying that shit for years. Yes. Tipsters woke as hell, but at least now he admits it. Nicholas Diorio's woke as hell. Super woke, but he's still hiding behind certain things. I've seen Nicholas Diorio blatantly cancel people.
Oh, yeah.
On some, I had enough of this creator. I don't want him in the community. It's over for him. And everyone just follows suit. And now they're spreading nasty slander. I've seen it.
Thank you, Mega Man Chronicles. Heck, I'm still streaming on Rumble now, even after I ask you, Monk, of what you think of my content. You're honest, and I appreciate it. Still learning on the mistakes I make and try to improve. That's all you can do.
Facts.
And if you're streaming somebody, I think it was during the Scribe stream the other day, you're like, no, how do you do this? It's just the best thing you can do as a streamer is just be yourself. Now, that doesn't mean you'll make it as yourself. Yourself might be boring as fuck.
I feel judged.
But so many creators like the commentary community, man. They're so fucking fake.
The trash.
And it always comes out. It always comes out because they'll slip up and the character they're playing hides behind the real fat liar that they are.
Big facts. Like, I called them all out for a debate and they literally blocked me. Like, all of them blocked me in unison at one time, except for Bo Blacks. He didn't block me.
Cryptic, thank you so much. Who says Wakanda? I'm not sure how we got to Wakanda, but yeah. I thought Nick and Tipster were the same person. No, they just look like the same person.
Facts. One of these days, I would like to go to like one of those creator events.
Oh, like
right?
VidCon or something.
Yeah, not to do anything, but just to see them like pee on themselves.
I would like to go to one of those creator events, just because I am a creator, and I'd like to. I don't want to be down on the floor with everybody. I'd like to actually pay to go to the upper levels where they have their conferences. Not your Anita Sarkeesian ones. Those ones are down on the floor, and they're meant for the public. There's ones upstairs for the creators there where they actually talk about what's coming, what YouTube's doing, and see how the inside works.
I would like to get in on that. That sounds like something, not the little bullshit. I just want to be held on a podium and told I'm special. Fuck that. Tell me some inside information behind the scenes, creative shit. What's the next shit that y'all working on? Can I complain to somebody? Like, yo, hey, can y'all work on this instead? Like, I want to do some shit like that for sure.
I saw something today that blew my mind. It's a creator with 808,000 subscribers, and he is ending his channel.
Why?
Good question. He's ending his channel because this made me think of it when you mentioned, is there somebody I can talk to? Once you get over, I don't know if they still do it, but once you're over 100,000, it used to be you'd get a contact at YouTube that you could talk to with things.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped doing that, right?
I don't know, but when he got his, he's a reaction channel. He reacts to different videos, whether it's music or man on the street kind of shit, whatever. He covers a whole bunch of stuff. Well, a couple months ago, all of these YouTube contacts told everybody to go out and make shorts. And so they did. And here's the thing, guys. There's different audiences for different content.
Facts.
Very true.
You can get a big channel off of shorts, but you're not going to make very much off of it, and they're not going to watch your longer content.
Very true.
And what it ended up doing was killing their regular content.
I knew it.
They were making shorts. It killed his regular content. And so he wants to distance himself from that channel and make a whole new channel, which, by the way, that's a mistake, homie.
That's a mistake. I was about to say that's a huge mistake. There's an easy solution to that.
Yeah, you just got to go back to making good reaction content.
And take all them bullshit ass shorts off that damn channel.
Yeah, put those on another channel. Don't kill your golden goose.
Exactly. That's what he should do. Make a short channel, take all them shits off the other channel, put it on there, and then go back to your regular content that you was doing before that.
Yep.
Yeah. Call it an archive channel or something.
Right.
Jared says best way to use shorts is to use it as ads for your full channel. Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not designed that way, unfortunately.
I was gonna say they just did an update. I wanted to ask your opinion on this. There's a new feature with shorts to where you can attach what video it's a short of.
Oh,
I saw that. It also lets you like daisy chain shorts together. So if you have like 2 or 3 parts, you can sort of connect
like attach
them.
it.
Yeah.
It's letting you do something like that. Like something will pop up on your screen while you're watching a short. Do you want to watch the full video? Or something of that nature, and it gives people the option to click and watch the full video, but then you have to go in and set it up yourself. Kind of similar to how like when they used to let you connect premieres and live streams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And you do like a pre-live and then it'll lead people in, something like that.
I think they're trying to correct a mistake they've made, and it's not going to work. Because the kind of people who watch shorts don't watch longer content. They're there for 1 or 2 minutes, and then they're going to go on to the next 1 or 2 minutes. It's the same problem that already exists. There's 3 different kind of viewers on YouTube. You have the people who watch shorts, you have the people who watch videos, and then you have the people who watch streams. They're all different audiences. There may be some crossover there, but it's not as much as YouTube was hoping for. And on YouTube gets its money based on how long you watch. And if they're going to go the short route, they need to go all in on shorts as basically a separate thing. You can try to promote yourself this way. Lots of people have tried, and it just doesn't work because the people who are watching those aren't watching the longer content.
Facts. I've seen one dude that's actually pretty successful with shorts, but the way he's doing it is that he focused on shorts. He was doing regular videos, but then once he noticed, like, oh shit, I'm getting 1 million short views like a day, he just started leaning into that, and now he makes full income off of that, of just focusing on shorts. But then his normal videos, he put it out, them shits ain't gonna get no views.
Yeah,
He's stuck in the shorts now. He gotta just keep being a shorts creator. But he
I
makes some kind of
started
income.
out making videos, got up to almost 40,000 subscribers, and switch over to doing streams. And we get about 2,000, maybe, if we're lucky, viewers on the streams. My videos would get easily 10,000.
Yeah.
But the people who watch videos don't watch. Hashtag not all, because I know a lot of you watch the videos, and I thank you for it. But most of the audience didn't come over because they're not interested in the longer content. And it's the same thing with the shorts, just on a different scale.
Damn.
Shorts are
Do you
for
think
a
clips
shorter
will work?
attention span. What's that? I'm sorry, bud.
So do you think that like clips will work? I've seen some creators do that, where they'll like take like a few segments from their live stream, upload that as a mini clip, and then those will go and do numbers.
They work better, yeah. Because it gives people who don't want to watch the full stream a chance to still see content.
Right. And
I mean,
that
that's
gets promoted in the
something.
algorithm too, right?
Yeah, that's something that's been being done here on YouTube for years now. The first one I noticed doing it was Matt Jarbo, and then Tim Pool was doing it. The Quartering does it now. Lots of people do it that way. And you just take a 10-minute clip out of your stream and put it up as a video, and then you cover both bases.
I think that's perfect. I do that all the time now, depending on what type of content I'm doing, because I have my shit so formatted in my mind that when I'm just like, okay, I know I'm gonna talk about this and this and this, and then as soon as I say, all right, this is the segment, boom, turn the camera on, and I'll do my intro and then lead right into the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then take a little break, smoke, and then do that again for the next segment, and then do that again for the next segment. And I do think that that's a good format, especially for me, if and people that do their content based on their performance and them like being on camera and talking and engaging. I think that's probably the best bet, is to do it while you're live streaming, so you're actually talking and engaging.
Roger asked me when I'm going to start selling coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I might sell tea just to annoy the British.
That'd be fire.
I'm going to call it the British Suck Tea.
That's funny as hell. Yo, I meant to tell you too. You were right about Just Pearly things.
I told you.
I can't stand her ass now, bro.
She dumb as fuck, man.
Straight dumb. Like, I did some kind of reaction recently. I was going through some of her content, and she did something where she was kicking females out the house. But then it was like so obvious that she was trying to bait these girls to give a reaction just so she could kick them out the house. It was like an anger management scene where it was, yeah, you are going crazy. What? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Oh, look at you. You're angry. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? Look at her. She's going crazy. It was like,
all she does is, besides that apparently, is repeat stuff she's heard, so she can't argue her points. And then anytime she goes to try to argue her point, she ends up looking like a dumbass because she doesn't believe in it. She's just doing it because that's what sells right now.
wow.
This is Kyle. Thank you. Call it Monkey's Microwave Tea. Yes. No, Monkey's British Microwave Tea. It's got to have Britain in there somewhere.
No, you got to have like microwavable red coats.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Some reference to the British though, and microwave tea. That's awesome.
Yeah, because they hate microwave water for their tea.
Yes, because it's
some sort of weird fetish of theirs to
apparently
have it in a little jar.
microwaved water is not the same as boiled water on the stove. I don't get it.
That's crazy.
Probably something to do with all that dentistry they're lacking.
But
took you a second. Thank you, Matt Jarbo. Says, Jack, why do I have so many fraternity suits? The Boulder business doesn't pay much. Well, stop being an international man of sexy, and then maybe those things will go away. I don't know.
Hot dogs with packets of ranch dressing. Nah, that's too many laws to worry about. We'll just do tea. No, when it comes to Pearly, man, it's amazing to watch her argue, like, because she tries to argue red pill stuff and MGTOW stuff, and they're not the same.
Definitely not.
Where MGTOW, especially when you get to the upper levels, I'm not even going to talk about that. When you get deep into it, not like ham.
So it's the black.
When you go full on, I'm going to live in the woods and beat off rather than ever talk to a woman. MGTOW.
I didn't want to say the full thing. Black pill, though, right? That's what you.
Is
Isn't
it?
that what black pill is? Yeah, black pill is the people who's like, I have no hope. I might as well just go by myself and live here. And
yeah, I mean those people, and then you have the red pill, who's more of like, I mean, if I want to make myself. I'm being very nice to the red pill right now, guys. I want to make myself better so that I can find myself a woman. And she'll make the same those two arguments together. Like,
yeah,
you should live in the woods and beat off and never talk to women so that you can find a woman that you can marry.
Look, the best women you can find are the ones living in the woods
that watch you beat off.
Watch you beat off from a distance.
Look
like
Instagram
Sheena the Jungle Queen.
When she went on Piers Morgan to talk about the song she wrote about not being able to talk about Jews, and she gets absolutely shocked that they're like, why would you sing this to support Nick Fuentes? And she's like, I didn't. I did this because of Kanye. The Kanye thing had been like 6 months earlier, but the Nick Fuentes thing was a week earlier.
She knew what she was doing.
She knew damn good and well what she was, but she looked so shocked. She didn't know what to say.
She never knows what to say. She have her earpiece with her people, her team. Telling her, hey, look at this Kevin Samuels study.
Not even her team. She needs Fresh and Fit's team in there because that's who she rips off most of the time.
Facts. I respect them way more. Well, I respect Myron way more.
I don't have a lot of respect for those guys either, but at least I believe they believe what they're saying.
Oh, Myron believe that shit. He lit that shit for real.
Yeah,
he's called motherfuckers simp and walked out of $1 billion meetings.
So I can at least respect that because I even if I disagree with them, I trust that what they're saying is what they actually think. That bitch just grabs anything she finds on Twitter that sounds fucking red-pilled and says it. This is the dumb bitch who said 16-year-old girls are hotter than 28-year-old girls. Like, you shouldn't be looking at the 16-year-old girls, sweetheart.
I don't know why did she get that from Fuentes?
I don't know where the fuck she got that from. Probably because that is one of his things that he needs himself a fresh young 16-year-old.
That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Whoa. That dude he different.
Yeah. Oh God, he's that fucking retard.
I didn't really know about any of this stuff with him until recently. Once she like went on the podcast with him and everybody was going crazy, I started looking into it. I'm like, God. Oh, okay, he's a nutbag. All right,
he is. He's another one. He comes up during the alt-right phase, and you did have several of the people in the alt-right phase who, whether they want to admit it or not, were racist as fuck. And he made a lot of money off those people and pandering to those people. Whether he actually believes what he says or not, I don't know. But he's still pandering to those people. And he's just made a complete ass of himself over and over again. And fuck that guy. Anyway, guys, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'm going to wrap this up. I do want to, Bubba, are you in chat? I know you were earlier. Going to go ghost hunting tonight. Going to wrap up. Going to go play a video game, and yeah, that's how I roll.
That's fire. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What game?
I'm going to play Phasmophobia. It's a ghost hunting game.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun. It's weird, but it's also Halloween time, so it makes it even more enticing right now. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so kind. We really, really do appreciate it. Jack, anything you want to show out?
I'll drop some links to a video. As always, thank you for the donations. You guys are amazing. Appreciate all the support you give us. And make sure you go check out BxBeastBoy's channel.
Appreciate that.
Beast, anything you want to show?
Check out my YouTube channel. I've been uploading like 10,000 videos a day of me just roasting things, all types of. No, seriously, I upload too much. I'll be putting stuff out. If you want me to talk about something, there's a chance I did a video on it already. And also check out Jack's channel and watch some more of Monkey too as well. Just binge it. ASMR. Listen to it.
We are. All of our links are down below, including Beast. It's in the description, both on Rumble and on YouTube. So check it out, guys. You can also get to all of his other YouTube channels through there. You go to the channel page, scroll down, you can see the links to his other channels there. I don't have any wisdom to depart tonight, or to part with tonight. So we're just going to wrap up. I'll say thank you to Jack for joining me.
Oh, always glad to be here.
Beast, it's been way too long, man. We can't wait this long again.
Facts. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me as well.
Oh, no. Thank you for coming, man. Always, in part, that's the word I was looking for, Faithless. How dare you correct my bad English? How dare you, sir? But with that, guys, we're going to wrap up. Thank you, Beast. Thank you, Jack. Everybody, take care of yourselves. We love you, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out of the show. Somebody's probably banging your mom because she's a dirty hoe.